This meeting is being recorded.
Please mute yourself.
Jyoti ma'am, just give us 2 minutes.
Okay, ma'am. No problem, ma'am. Ma'am, Mr. Ravi Teja sir will also join. Pooja ma'am, hope I'm audible. Yes, student, hope I am audible.
Yes,
ma'am, you are
audible.
Thank you so much.
Other than that, no one is audible.
Oh, yes, yes, beta. Thank you so much. I hope Pooja ma'am is facing some network problem. We will start shortly.
Hi, a very good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to our platform.
Thank you so much. I'm really sorry my video is not on because I'm traveling and then I had to connect somewhere from a very remote area. So I had to keep it off. But my name is Ravi. I head the operations and partnerships at Global Placements. I'm just waiting for our director, Mr. Srinivasu, to connect. So just give us a couple of minutes. We
Sure,
should
sir.
be
Sure, sir. No problem, sir.
done.
Yeah.
Miss Pooja, you can let us know when to start so that we can direct our students in that way.
Sure. I think sir already joined.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon,
Yeah.
sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are
Hello.
audible.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah. Audible. Okay. Hi, Dr. Jyoti Tiwari.
Yes, good
Good
afternoon, sir.
afternoon. Good afternoon to all the participants and aspiring teachers and the faculty of Army Institute of Education. So welcome to all of you
Yes, thank you
for
so
this
much,
one
sir. So, sir,
webinar.
with your permission and with Principal Ma'am's permission, shall we start?
Yes.
Principal Ma'am, are you there?
Yes,
Yes,
Dr.
ma'am.
Jyoti, we may
So,
start
ma'am,
with the program. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. A very warm and graceful good afternoon to respected Principal Ma'am, representatives of Global Placements, my worthy colleagues, alumni from different batches, and my dear students of B.Ed and B.Ed Special Ed batch 2022 and 21-23. On behalf of Training and Placement Cell, I welcome you all. So today we have with us a team from Global Placements, which is an international people recruitment firm which was established in 1994 and providing the international opportunities for teachers and healthcare professionals in more than 20 countries. So on this note, I hand over this platform to Ms. Varsha, student teacher of B.Ed batch 2022 for further processing. Over to you, Varsha.
Thank you, ma'am. A teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. A very warm good afternoon to one and all present here. Respected principal ma'am, esteemed guests, faculty members, alumni, and all the student teachers of Army Institute of Education, Greater Noida. I, Varsha, student teacher of AIE, welcome you all on this platform to attend the orientation on overseas placements in collaboration with Global Placements, Hyderabad. Today we have three distinguished speakers among us, Mr. Srinivasu Nagalla, Dr. Pooja Mathur, Mr. Ravi Tejan Nagalla. So first of all, I would like to introduce our guests to the audience one by one. Mr. Srinivasu Nagalla, a postgraduate in Labour and Social Welfare from Patna University in the year 1984. After working for several years in HR domain, he founded Global Placements in the year 1994, mainly focusing on recruiting teaching and healthcare professionals from India for various schools, colleges, universities, and healthcare institutions across the globe. Till now, more than 10,000 teaching professionals are placed through Global Placements in various educational institutions across Asian and African continents. Inspired by the quote, "The quality of education system cannot exceed the quality of its teachers." Keeping this inspirational belief in mind and the availability of competent teachers in India, he has been exploring possibilities of placing Indian teachers in some of the best educational systems in the world. He firmly believes that with a little guidance and preparation, Indian teachers can crack into any successful education system in the world. Now, I would like to introduce Mr. Ravi Tejan Nagalla to the audience. He has done his master's in business management and is heading the business development team for education and healthcare sectors, focusing on expanding business with major focus on government projects under ministries of education, ministries of health, etc. in countries across Africa, Middle East, and Europe. Currently, he is working on penetrating into US and European markets to grab the teaching opportunities for Indian teachers. And lastly, I would like to introduce Dr. Pooja Mathur. She is working with Global Placements for the last 7 years and has 20 years of consolidated experience into talent acquisition, skill development, training, human resource management, teaching, and research. She heads the faculty and teachers recruitment team and handles end-to-end recruitment to place lecturers and school teachers to Ethiopia, Eritrea, Middle East, Maldives, and USA. On the academic front, she possesses a doctorate in the field of business administration, human resource management from Mohanlal Khadia University, Udaipur. She also published a book entitled Leadership Behavior Paradigm, Indian Women Leaders from Lambert Academic Publishing, Germany. Her areas of interest include emotional intelligence, team building, training, and people management. Once again, I welcome all the guests for the day. And now I would like to request Dr. Abhilasha Gautam, Principal, Army Institute of Education, to formally welcome our guests for the day. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Varsha. Thank you so much. Very good afternoon to one and all present here on this platform. I, Dr. Abhilasha Gautam, welcomes you all on the behalf of entire AIE family. Today's program on the orientation on overseas placements that will be led by very good leaders in this field. Mr. Srinivasan, Dr. Pooja Mathur, and Mr. Ravi Tejan are in itself the experts in this field, and I really hope from the depth of my heart that they will guide our students well to pursue very good opportunities overseas. And with this hope, I wish all the alumni who have joined today, to all my students who have joined today, to have a very bright future ahead with an insightful session. And yes, welcome you, sir. Welcome you, Dr. Mathur and Mr. Ravi Tejan. Mr. Srinivasan, we have met earlier also, and that was such a wonderful communication with you. I hope my students will have a very insightful session today with you people. Thank you. Once again, most welcome.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much to Dr. Abhilasha Gautam and Dr. Jyoti Tiwari and all Varsha and the faculty of Army Institute of Education and all the aspiring teachers. So thank you so much, and we welcome you all for this evening, and I hope that you all enjoy this session. So basically, I will just introduce about global placements more in detail. Global placements was started, as she mentioned, in the year 1994, and it's mainly focusing on recruiting faculty and healthcare professionals for various countries in Africa and Asian region. So initially, we started with Ethiopia, Eritrea, and then Maldives. And then after that, we have added a few countries in the Gulf region, though the numbers were small. But majorly, we were recruiting to these three countries. And under teaching professionals, we recruit right from a school teacher to a full-time university professor in almost all the subjects. So coming to the teachers recruitment, now this is the first time that we have come forward to align with an institute like yours, because what we understand is that for getting a foreign opportunity for the teachers, the most important thing is getting the right information at the right time is very crucial in grabbing the opportunity. Most of the time, what we have noticed is when we advertise for interviews or when we call for the applications, a lot of teachers, though they have interest to go abroad, but they are not prepared at the time of submitting their CV or applying for that job. So because of these things, a lot of teachers, they miss the opportunities. So that's why one of the main reason for this seminar is to give all the information for the teachers who want to go abroad in future, so that they will be ready with those documents or the preparation, whatever it is. And currently, we are actively recruiting for two countries. One is Maldives. These Maldives are basically for all the government schools which are run by the ministry, and these schools are scattered in different islands. So Maldives normally they recruit even with a graduate qualification, and B.Ed is an additional qualification, and they also recruit freshers because prior experience is not mandatory for Maldives Ministry of Education. And anyhow, Pooja will give you more details about that. And then the second one is what's the actively we are exploring is US market. Now, even in US, various government schools and the public schools are looking for teachers from across the world. And because they want a diversity, that's why they also are looking to recruit some teachers from India. And almost, though there are small players in the Indian market who are sending teachers to US once in a while, but probably we are the one like who are going in a big way and also in a more systematic way, so that we get the maximum opportunities for the teachers. So as I said, like what are all the documents or what is the preparation for the teachers now before they apply? Number one, every teacher, whoever wants to go abroad, they should have their passport ready. Because normally what happens is if your passport is not ready when you apply for the job, then, by the time you get the passport, you may miss that opportunity. So the first thing is you apply for your passport and keep it ready by the time you complete your graduation program. Number one. Number two, your academic credentials, whether right from your graduation and even your 10th class and your plus two, you should should have all these documents, your original documents, so that whenever you apply, you can enclose these documents and then you can straight away, send it along with your CV. Because your provisional certificates may not be accepted sometimes. So better you keep your original degree certificates once you finish your degree. Then the third one is your relevant experience, because after you complete your graduation, you should work in a school where your experience is going to be relevant to the subject. So then only your experience will be helpful to you in getting a job abroad. So these three are very crucial points for any teacher who wants to go abroad. So with this, now I will hand it over to Ravi Teja so that he will explain to you about the US opportunities and also about the Maldives. Because Maldives, for the last 3 years, we are working with the Maldivian government, and our contract is due again in the month of July. So if we get the contract for the next year again, we will start recruiting teachers for Maldives as well. So now I request Ravi to take it over and then gives more details about this US opportunities. Then after that, Pooja will give her presentation. Thank you all.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is actively listening and made few important points here. So I'll just take a few minutes to brief about this particular program. I'm sure a lot of you already know about various visas which are provided in US. Most of Indian professionals go on a visa called H-1B for job opportunities across US. Now, this particular teaching program that we are talking about is under a special program called Jayvan Cultural Exchange Visa. Now, this is not like a regular visa where you can go and convert into a green card holder and settle down in US, but you would go for maximum of 5 years to go and teach there. Now, what happens is initially you would be interviewed with schools, which are majorly government schools, and then you would go on a 3 years initial J1 cultural exchange visa. Now, if the school is satisfied and if you are also willing to extend, you can extend this for another 2 years. So that simply means that at the max, you can work for 5 continuous years in the US under this J1 cultural exchange program. There is a second opportunity where you can come back to your host country or your home country, which is India, for 2 years, and then again apply for a J1 visa for another 5 years. So technically, in 12 years, you will be able to work in the US for about 10 years. Uh, this is the basic criteria that is required for this J1 cultural exchange program. Now, with us, we are currently working with schools across actively in about 2 states, and we are looking at expanding into another 4 to 5 states with our major schools in Texas and California at this point. We are definitely looking at expanding to at least another 4 or 5 states. Then, third point, the most important subjects which are in demand in the US, number one is Spanish and English bilingual teachers, French and English bilingual teachers. Since we don't have those, the major subjects that would be recruited from India are maths, science, chemistry, biology, physics, and they have a huge number of requirements in special education. Now, that's one of the reasons that we wanted to connect with premier institutes like yours, where there are a lot of special education teachers, aspiring teachers who would be coming into the teaching field very soon. And I'm sure a lot of you would also be aspiring to move abroad for amazing opportunities. And as we say, US is a dream for a lot of people. So that's the reason that we wanted to present to you in detail about what this program is, how it would help you. Uh, Once you go there, then you could explore opportunities elsewhere, or you could bring back all the knowledge that you have gained in these countries to back in India, which is also a lot of value addition for us. Just like the US is doing it, they want people from across the globe and give them knowledge. So we should also look at going working at different countries and bringing back the knowledge into the country. Now, that's in simple about this particular program. I would leave it to Pooja to explain in details about the requirements, the salaries offered, and the various process that is involved with us. before you start processing your application for the US. If there is any questions that you have in this, you can please text in the chat box so that I can reply back on that. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Ravi. So good afternoon, Dr. Jyoti, Dr. Abhilasha, Dr. Ritika, and Dr. Varsha. So it is a pleasure to connect again, and welcome to all the students who have taken their time out to join today's session. And it is a pleasure for us to interact with so many students who are completing their B.Ed maybe in few months, and also their B.Ed in special education. So I would like to share my screen and let all of you see the details of this program, and you can even make your points so that it is easy for you to remember. So let me just share my screen with you. Can you see the PPT?
No, ma'am. Only the documents.
Ma'am, only the list of files is visible. PPT is,
Okay, just give me a second.
no problem.
It's
Yes,
visible, ma'am, now.
Yeah, Pooja, it's visible now.
Pooja, we're not able to hear you in case you're speaking.
Ma'am, do one thing while you are sharing. There is an option to share sound also, so you can choose that one.
Or you can just go back and just unmute yourself and then you can come back.
Pooja, your voice is not audible.
Yes. Yes, sir. I'm working on that. So now can you see it?
Yes, now your voice is audible.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
I'll
come.
just come back to a few slides.
Yes. Come back to first slide.
So,
Yeah.
yes. So this is about global placements, which our director, Mr. Srinivasu, already told you that the company was founded in 1994, and it was the first company to recruit teaching faculty from India to various African countries. And we have majorly partnered with ministries of education, and we have more than 150 clients with whom we have been working till now. Now, this program called Jayvan Cultural Exchange Program, the main purpose of this program is to allow exchange visitors to have an opportunity to go and teach in US. Now, if you know about US invites people from all over the world to come and work in their country. So that's how the population of the students also is very diverse. They have children from China, they have children from Africa, they have children from India, they have children from Spain, they have children from all the European countries, and they have their own local children who are Americans. So that's how they want a diversity in teachers also, because there is a huge diversity in the students as well. And that's the reason they want to promote this cultural and educational exchange between United States and other countries. And obviously for us, it is India, to provide the mutual understanding among the people of United States and India. And also the students should have a hang of the culture of different countries. Now, what will be the role of global placements in this entire program? So global placements will work with partner companies in USA for the complete support, right from matching a placement till you arrive safely in US. And we will also create awareness among the teaching fraternity in India about this program, because a lot of teachers are not aware about this particular program. So that's also a plan to create awareness among the teaching fraternity through social media, newspaper, advertisements, references, and all that. And that's how we are here today. Now the eligibility. So coming to the eligibility for the program, bachelor degree plus master degree in the same subject, or bachelor degree plus B.Ed, and for special educators, bachelor's degree plus B.Ed in special education is all the degree what you need to qualify for this program. And all your degrees must be from a recognized university in India. Plus, you should also have advanced proficiency in oral and written English. Now, the experience required for the program. All the candidates who want to apply for this program need a 2 years full-time teaching experience in a school after the completion of the degree. That's a mandatory guideline set by the US government. Then they also should be working as a teacher in the home country or the country of legal residence at the time of their application. Now, the duration of the program. So the total duration of the program is 5 years, but it is said like 3+2 because the initial visa which is granted is for 3 years, which is again extendable for two more years, depending upon the mutual interest of the candidate and the school. Now, coming to the salaries, it will range from $51,000 to $57,000 per annum. So on an average, a candidate will get 4,500 to 5,000 USD per month. And along with the salary, some schools also provide joining bonus ranging from 1,000 to 2,000, which will depend upon your subject and the school. And also some schools provide a retention stipend, which ranges from 1,000 to 2,000 USD at the end of the academic year. Now the process. So how the process goes on is, you should apply to global placements with your updated CV, a passport copy, your convocation degree certificates, and mark sheets or transcripts. So in India, usually the transcripts are not available with all the candidates in the beginning. So we ask them to get at least the consolidated mark sheets from the universities where they have studied. Now, once you submit all of it to global placements, they will review all your documents and will screen them and forward to our US partner for their perusal. If your CV is found eligible by our partner, they will start the process from their end. And if the CV is shortlisted by the school, then an interview will be arranged by the school HR team. Now, global placements will guide you at all the steps right from the time you submit your CV. And our US partner will also prepare you for your pre-screening interview. So if the teacher is able to clear that pre-screening interview, which is not very tough because they will usually be judging you on your presentation skills, on your teaching skills, on your fitment to a new country, and overall suitability as a teacher. Now, once you clear that, you will be put across to schools for the main interviews. Now here, a HR panel along with their school teachers and sometimes the principal will have the hold in the panel, and they will decide which teacher should be selected for this program. They will again judge the teacher based on their classroom management skills, their behavioral skills, their fitment to the program, their eligibility. And if the teacher is selected by this round, an offer letter is issued by the school. Now, if a teacher accepts that offer, then Global Placements will guide you again for your visa and your complete pre-departure orientation with everything, like all your details, all your form fillings, DS 2019, SEVIS. So we will guide you for all that process which is required for your visa to be accepted. Now, the subjects, as Mr. Ravi already told you, in demand for this Jayvan Teacher Exchange program are mathematics, sciences, which includes physics, chemistry, biology, and special education, which is in huge demand. Now, the benefits of being a Jayvan teacher. So it gives you an international exposure with diverse communities. As I told you that they have children from different nationalities. Then educational and cultural enrichment. Then exchange teachers sharpen their professional skills, and since they participate in cross-cultural activities in schools and communities, and once they come back to their home country, they will be valued. Now, the documents required to apply for this program. So you need your CV, updated one, which clearly states that which grades you are teaching in India, which subject you are teaching, and at which school you are working for how long, like the duration. Then you also need to present your graduation if you have completed your master's, then master's, and B.Ed convocation. So all the degrees are accepted only if you have the convocation degrees. Provisional degrees or certificates are not accepted. Then you should have a passport which should be valid for minimum 2 years. And in case your passport is about to expire, you can renew it and then apply, because that's a mandatory document which will give you an access to be eligible for this program. Now, for special educators, the special education teachers are those who work with students who have a wide range of learning, mental, emotional, or physical disabilities. And what and how you can become a special educator is like, first you need to obtain a bachelor's degree. So once you get your bachelor's degree, after that you need to have a B.Ed in special education, or you can have a master's in psychology. Now, after you gain your degrees, you can actually become a special education teacher once you have 2 years teaching experience as a special educator. So if your degree is B.Ed special education, you should be teaching kids who need special attention or who go to special school. So this is all about this program.
Yeah. Now we can leave it to the audience for any doubts or if they have anything.
Yes.
Thank you, Pooja ma'am. Thank you so much for enlightening us on this program. So we have a question from Shubham. Yes, I'm going to read it.
Good afternoon, sir. So,
yes,
ma'am, I have a few questions.
Sure.
Like, is there any program for the students who have done BCom, and even if they have done, so there is always a difference, like the students who have done the graduation from regular and from the open. So about that also, if someone has done from open, and secondly, is there any age limit? And the main thing which I would like to ask that, what will be the cost, ma'am, your charges? I know it
Yes,
differs and in the time duration. So any ballpark figure from your end, if anyone is planning to have go to US.
Sure, Shubham. So the first question is about the age. So as such, there is no age limit, but we encourage participants between 25 to 45 years to apply for this program. As they are young, they have the energy and they have the adaptability to adapt a new culture. Because if the candidate is very old and if they go to a country like US where the climatic conditions are different from India, they might not be able to adjust. So we encourage people who are below the age of 45 years, but as such, there is no age limit from US government. Now coming to your second question, that social science teachers can apply or not. So as such, there is no special demand for English or social science teachers, but yes, few schools ask for inventory teachers. Now, elementary teachers are primary teachers in US who teaches grades 1 to 5. So any teacher who can teach all the subjects ranging like math, science, social science, English from grade 1 to 5 can qualify as an elementary teacher. But they should be teaching maths and science also along with social sciences. It's not only social sciences they should teach. So to qualify for an elementary teacher, they should be able to handle at least 3-4 subjects at primary level. Now, your another question was about the open school. So I understand that you have done your degree in distance education, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So as long as you have a convocation certificate and a transcript, I think distance education is not a problem, but we can get it checked with our partner, because as of now, we haven't come across a case where the student or the candidate has studied from an open school. So we can get it checked.
Yeah, about the charges. So Pooja, shall I explain?
Yes, sir, you can.
Yes, yeah. I think you have asked for the charges. These charges varies from country to country. For normally so far, for all the countries wherever we have been recruiting, our charges are equivalent to 1 month's salary plus GST, whatever is applicable GST, like Maldives and Ethiopia, Eritrea, all this 1 month plus GST. And for US, this is a different program because here you have a different a partner is involved. And even in the placement also, there are mainly two sections. One is your placement services. The second one is your sponsorship service. So for both the things, it is there is a fees for that. So the approximate cost for this program will come to around 4 to 5 lakh, between 4 to 5 lakhs. But we are trying to arrange or collect this amount from your monthly salary. This we are negotiating with our partners, and also we are trying to negotiate with the schools. So the approximate cost from yours end will be around 4 to 5 lakhs. And other than that, they need to carry some amount for their first month expenses and their flight tickets, and all other things. But from our side, since it is the first time, we are also trying to recover all this cost from the monthly salary once they receive the salary. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for answering the questions. Do we have more questions?
Varsha, ma'am, I can see a few questions in the chat box which I want to handle and which I want to inform everyone. So a lot of students are asking about the entrance examinations like Ielts or GRE or TOEFL. So Ielts is not required and GRE is also not required for this program. But yes, there are few states which ask for TOEFL. But students going this year, like the candidates going this year through global placements with our partner to Texas State, are all waived off from TOEFL.
Your voice is breaking.
Yes, sir. I hope Pooja ma'am is facing some network problem.
Yeah, I'll just take it. I'm Chitra. I'm a colleague of Pooja.
Okay.
I'll just
Yes,
take it from there. Yeah, what Pooja was saying is that TOEFL is mandatory in some of the states in US, but when you go through global placements and our partners, they have waived off TOEFL particularly for this year. This is what she was saying.
Thank you so much, Chitra ma'am, for answering the query. Do we have more questions?
I have one more thing to add about the timeline of this program. So the session in US starts from August. So anyone going for this year has to be there from August 2022. So their formal teaching starts in August. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You are perfectly audible.
Yes. And anyone going for this program has to reach US at least 15 to 20 days prior to start of the program, because after going there, you need to apply for the social security number. Just like we have Aadhaar card number in India, in US we have social security number, and everything will be linked to that number. Your paychecks, your details, your background verification. So you need to reach US at least 15 to 20 days prior to start of the program. So their session starts in August every year.
Pooja ma'am, we have a question from our assistant professor, Dr. Saloni Koel ma'am. She wants to ask, what about the teaching mathematics to high school students if one is a postgraduate, and are the educational requirements the same?
Yes. So anybody having BSc or MSc with mathematics as a subject and teaching mathematics from last 2 years is eligible for this program. So if you are teaching at high school, you can apply for a high school teacher in US. If you are teaching for the middle school, you can apply as a middle school teacher in US with the same subject. It goes like this.
All right, ma'am. And one more thing, how long is this process of papers going to take?
Yes. So usually we invite applications in the month of October and November. And in November and December, we compile all the applications, we go through the documents, we screen them from our end. And January and February are the months where the main school interview happens. So usually in the month of March and April, they start filing forms for this SEVIS and DS 2019 form. And after that, your visa process will start, which again might take 2 to 3 months for it to get completed. So actual travel will happen in the month of July. So approximately 6 months is the timeline for this program to get completed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, one more question from Saloni Goel, ma'am. Can our students still put up their papers?
Come again, can your students?
Ma'am, it's in the chat box.
Like right now we are pursuing BA degree and we don't have any
Oh, you mean to say still you can apply now, right? That's your question.
Yes, ma'am.
You can apply, but the thing is they will ask for the experience letter. So you are eligible for this program only once you have 2 years experience with any one of the school.
Ma'am, one more question related to the experience. As you told that they require 2 years of experience. So is it mandatory that the experience is after the BA degree, or the experience before the BA degree will also work?
No, you should have experience after the degree.
Okay. It is mandatory. And
Yes.
the experience of proper schooling is required in case of special educators. So if they have experience of NGOs and this type of agencies, so will it work?
Yes, for special educators, they can work with NGOs or charitable organizations, but they should be handling special kids there.
Okay.
If they're handling special kids, even if it is not a formal school, but it is a charitable organization or an NGO, it will work. But for normal teachers, those who are not special educators and those who want to apply only for maths and science, for them, their experience should be in the school. Online teaching is not accepted as a formal, qualification for this program. Like people working with a lot of apps these days, and they post their videos on YouTube. People working with Byju's or Vedantu or all these edtech apps, this will not work. This experience will not be counted, actually.
Yes, ma'am. Got it. Means they require the proper school experience of 2 years after B.Ed program.
Yes, because after you file your form in US, they will ask your experience letters and the recommendation letters from the college you have studied, plus the school where you are working. So you should be able to provide at least 3 to 4 reference letters.
Ma'am, we have one more question from Deepa Shukla. She wants to ask that a student who has pedagogy in English, are they eligible for this program? For example, my pedagogy is English and social science. Am I eligible? Because
as I told you, you are eligible. Yes, please carry on.
Because the query is, as sir said, that this the demand is for maths and science students. So we are quite apprehensive about it. Whether English students with English as a subject would be accepted, or like, is there a demand for them?
Yes. So answering your question, Deepa, that's a great question. So the thing is that usually in US, what they do is they prefer candidates or students from native English speaking countries for subjects like English, since they invite applications from different countries of the world. So for English, they themselves are the native speaker, plus they can have teachers from different countries like Europe and all. So usually from India, they do not hire English speaking teachers. From India, their major focus is on 3 subjects: maths, sciences, which can include your physics, chemistry, biology, and special education. But as I told earlier, that for elementary teachers, you are eligible. But along with English, you should be able to handle social studies, maths, and science. So some schools have demand for that. And we are also looking out for more partners in US who might hire elementary teachers in the coming years. And that's how we are expanding in other states, which includes Nevada, North Carolina, South Carolina, Mexico, Florida, and Arizona. So all these states might have demand for elementary teachers, but they should be teaching grades 1 to 5 only and minimum 3 to 4 subjects.
So ma'am, like you said, for PR, like for primary teachers, they should be able to teach other subjects as well. Is there going to be a special exam for it? Are they going to, like we have to appear for some exams?
That's a valid question, Varsha. So as Chitra told you before, that if you are going to Texas this year through us, you are waived off from TOEFL. But after going there, some states have their own state license examinations. So in India, as such, we don't have a teaching license system. Anybody who have the degree can become a teacher in India. But it is not like that in US. So if you have to become a teacher, you have to first pass the license examination. So after going there, the teachers have to write a state license examination, which differs from state to state. So California might have their own state license examination, Florida might have their own state license examination, Arizona might have their own. So like that, there are different states and they have different state license examinations, and the student will get enough number of attempts to write those exams. So they are not going to judge you based on the results of your first exam. In case if you write it and you're not able to qualify, they will give you a second chance. So you can prepare and then write it again. So all the states have usually, they give you around 1 year of.
There is a disturbance.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Pooja, there is a disturbance. Maybe Chitra, you can take over.
Yes. What she's saying is that they have there is a period of 1 year in which you can attempt and reattempt these examinations, and then you will clear them. And they are not really considered as a very tough examinations. And I think Indian teachers who've cleared B.Ed can easily pass them out. So there will not be any, it's not a cause for concern.
And within a period of 1 year, like how many attempts the candidate can make? Is there a limit to it?
No, this particular question, I wouldn't have an exact answer as of now, but it is nothing that will cause any stress is what I understand. So there is an ease, like how we have, in our system, we have IGNOU. They give a particular time, like in a period of 4 or 5 years, you can attempt it and clear it out. That's how IGNOU works. So similarly, there also in a period of 1 year, you can take multiple attempts and clear it out. So it's nothing to stress yourselves about.
The exams are very easy for Indian teachers to qualify.
Yeah, we have not come across any cases where the teachers have come back after failing or something, because they all somehow they clear it. As Chitra said, it is not very tough examination.
Moreover, it will add on to your own, experience and your own biodata, your CV, the certification that you gain from there.
Yes. And once you qualify that exam, you don't have to write it again. Let's say a candidate is very young and they go to US in their 20s. So they can be there for 5 years. After that, they need to go back to their home country. So they need to come back to India for 2 years. Now, if they want to go again, then they don't have to write that exam. So which means they are licensed teachers for US.
All right.
Yeah. Here, I have a small advice to all the participants with my experience. Normally, what happens in India, teachers or any other professionals, whenever they want to go abroad, normally they try for these opportunities when they are in the 40s or late 40s or late 30s or early 50s something, because by that time they come across with some financial needs. They want to support their family, or they want to buy something, or they want to get their children, daughters or sons married and all. But now, because of the technology, the whole world has become a small village, and now you can try to get an foreign employment right after, immediately after your graduation. So now, if you try for any foreign employment immediately after you complete your graduation, that is, you will be in 20s. So if you work for few years in US, once you get your first job in any foreign country, getting a second job in any other country becomes much easier, much easier. So by the time by 35, if you work in 3 4 countries, maybe 3 years 4 years or something, then you will become a global product. You become like a hot cake, so you can go anywhere in the world wherever you want. The choice will become yours. So that's why my advice to all the students is that keep this foreign employment opportunity in mind immediately right after completion of your graduation. Don't wait for 30s, or after working for 10 years in India I will go out. No, that's not the right thing. Go when you are young. Work there for 10 years, maybe in different countries, not only in US. Once you work in US, going to Europe becomes much easy, or going to Asian countries from US becomes even easier. So then once you add on like this foreign experience, then going to different countries will become easier and easier. So that's why my advice is that, try to get these opportunities when you are young. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. We also have a question from Dr. Saloni Goel, ma'am. The question is, do you also entertain applications for school in Middle East and Singapore?
No. Right now, we are not recruiting. Singapore, mainly we are recruiting healthcare professionals. And Gulf countries, though we have sent a few teachers, but that numbers are very, very negligible. So our main markets currently are Maldives and US. The next target, probably we are exploring UK market. So that probably next year only we will come to know the chances in US, in UK. But Gulf market, as of now, we are not there.
All right. Thank you, sir. Again, I think we are running out of time, but we have one last question. For example, one of my colleagues have done post-graduation in geography, or some other has done post-graduation in economics or accountancy. So are they eligible to teach overseas? Again,
Yes,
this
they are
is
eligible. No,
right,
they
sir.
are
Like,
eligible because
in terms
some
of
countries they insist. Yeah, sorry. Some countries they insist for B.Ed, and some
Yes.
countries they don't insist for B.Ed. So it varies from country to country. We can't generalize the qualifications for all the countries. But definitely, your post-graduation in each subject makes you eligible to teach a subject in the subject that what you have studied.
yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
And sir, one more question is there in the chat box. Please explain the eligibility criteria for Maldives, teaching in Maldives, sir.
Yeah, Pooja.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Pooja.
Yes, yes. So for teaching in Maldives, there is no experience required. Even the freshers can apply as long as they want to teach. And all the subjects are usually acceptable for Maldives. So they invite applications for English, maths, science, history, geography, then physical education, special education, arts and crafts, music. So all these subjects are eligible for Maldives. So as such, there is no subject restriction, and there is no restriction for the experience as well. The only thing is that the passport should be there mandatorily. So even before you apply, you should have a passport, because without a passport, they will not even consider your application. So that's the first and the most important document they ask for. And usually once you go there, they don't even ask for the experience letters. They just ask for the convocation degrees. So any candidate who is applying for Maldives should have the passport plus their convocation degree of whatever degrees they have studied. And B.Ed is mandatory only if you are applying as an English teacher or a primary teacher. So for all the other subjects, even B.Ed is not mandatory. Even you can teach maths to high school with your BSc degree as well.
And ma'am, what is the salary packages in Maldives?
In Indian currency, the salary might range from 68,000 to 80,000. So anyone who has a B.Ed will obviously get the educational allowance, and their salary will be more, like they will get around 7 to 8,000 or sometimes 10,000 more than the candidates who don't have a B.Ed. So B.Ed is definitely an added advantage, but not the most important one. So for non-B.Ed candidates, it will range between, you can say 60 to 70. And for B.Ed candidates, it will range from 70 to 80,000.
And ma'am,
So,
as the experience is not mandatory over there, so can freshers apply over there?
yes. Freshers can apply. They can check our website and they can go and log in and create an account there. And we will invite applications. And whenever the positions are there and whenever the ministry decides to conduct interviews, we will inform all our candidates through an email. So we encourage all the students to register on our website so that they will get all the notifications from our site. They can keep checking our Facebook pages for important announcements, because we are very active on Facebook. So you can all like and follow our page on Facebook, and also you can keep checking our website regularly, and you can apply on our website. So everything is online. You can even submit your documents online. So our team will connect back to you once we receive all your documents. And if we need anything further, my team will connect with you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, can you please, could you please share the link of your website or where we can contact in future?
Sure,
The
I
student?
can share in the chat box. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Please share in the chat box.
Sure, just give me a second. I'll share in the chat box.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So we'll get the email address and everything on the website?
Yes, you can get the email address.
All right.
So this is the link to our website, and I will also share the link for our Facebook page here. So you can save it on your systems if possible.
Okay, thank you all. I think the time is already 4 o'clock.
Thank you, sir. So without much delay, I would like to thank all the three guests for enlightening us and for giving us enough information on this program. And before concluding this session, I would like Dr. Jyoti Tiwari, ma'am, convener of Training and Placement Cell, to give a vote of thanks to our guests.
Thank you,
Over to you,
Varsha.
ma'am.
Thank you, Varsha. Hope I'm audible, Varsha.
Yes, audible.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Sir, it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. And thank you very much, Mr. Srinivasu Nagala, the founder director of Global Placement, Dr. Pooja Mathur, the manager of Academics Career Global Placement, and Mr. Ravi Teja Nagla, head of Operation and Strategic Partnership, and Ms. Chitra ma'am. On behalf of Training and Placement Cell, I convey my deep regards to you all for your valuable time and for this informative orientation session. Sir, overseas placement is a dream of everyone, and you have explained very elaboratively regarding the process, necessary documentation, and the professional skill set required for it. We are keen to associate with you and looking forward that many of our AI students will place globally through your firm, sir. Thank you very much once again for showing the path to our students towards the overseas placement. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, madam. And thank you for arranging this meeting and arranging all the things and calling all the students for this webinar. And definitely we will be, like in future, I am sure that we'll be useful to all the students in getting a foreign employment. Thank you all.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all the
Thank you so much,
participants.
everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.